is the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, and I'm hesitating to do this video because, right now we're in the post-Trump era, and it's very conspiratorial, and I really feel like I don't want to get lumped in with the conspiracy crowd, right? Like I don't want to have that taint what I do over here, which is more objective analysis, thoughts and opinions, of course. I definitely shy away from conspiracy whenever possible. So I'm doing this video with some caveats, of course. But to this day, I still have questions about 9/11. I'm not a 9/11 truther. I actually err on the side that it was sheer government ineptitude that led to this. More than likely, out of any scenario, the ineptitude of the George W. Bush administration led to this. Like, that's probably, at this point, the most likely scenario. It doesn't matter what you heard, what you think. I honestly think it was sheer ineptitude. But the events that happened that day were once in a lifetime events that you just can't recreate with all the moving parts and all the backstory. It was a really organic situation. So I think in those situations, you're going to see some stuff that appear anomalous and unexplainable. One of those things, to me, 21 years after the attacks, is what I saw with my own eyes. The first tower, the first plane hitting the first tower, right before the nose of the plane enters, there's an explosion, apparently an explosion happening in the building right before the plane hits. Now, what is that? Very weird, very anomalous, right? I don't know if it's ever been properly explained. I don't know if I missed the memo. But to this day, I even watched the footage today. I'm still looking at it, saying to myself, what is that? Okay? My own eyes. The other thing that I see with my own eyes that I don't believe necessarily is the Pentagon footage. You're telling me we still don't have a clear tape from the Pentagon, one of the most surveillanced places in America. We don't have a good angle yet, guys. After 21 years, we still don't know how that plane got that close to the ground and made contact with that side of the Pentagon wall. It's fantastical. Like, the whole event is fantastical. It happened, but it's like, it's surreal, right? But I still haven't seen any footage from the Pentagon that convinces me that 747 crashed into that wall. Okay? Once again, we're not talking about theories. We're talking about stuff we can see with our own eyes. Okay? If you have that footage, leave it down in the comments. I'd love to see it. So there are still questions I have. And people want to act like it's all done, the chapter's closed, the 9/11 commission was the be-all, end-all, which is a joke. It was very reductive and not informative to the extent that it could have been. It was underfunded. Of course it was. Literally, most things that are important in our government are underfunded. I don't know. Let's just stick to the stuff I can see with my own eyes. The stuff I see with my own eyes. Building 7 collapsing like it was a rigged demolition, and teams of experts confirming that it felt like a demolition. What's that about? That doesn't seem solved. That doesn't seem like it's settled after 21 years. Like, that's still weird and anomalous. I don't know. But the fact is, the sheer ineptitude of the George Bush administration isn't the benefit of the doubt is there, because this guy was clearly in over his head, right? Clearly out of his league. And you know what? If I was a nefarious actor in the government, in the real deep state, I would do it. I would do something on George W. Bush's watch. Because look at the guy. The guy was clueless. You could just point to him and be like, yeah, something catastrophic happened under this guy's watch? Gee willikers. Who didn't see that coming? I don't know. I don't really think there's much need for conspiracy when you really look at the failures of that administration and what happened 7, 8 years after it. It just tells a story of cravenness, ineptitude, reductive thinking, just the worst America has to offer. That was the George W. Bush era. But anyways, what are your guys' thoughts about 9/11, 21 years after that fateful day? I would love to hear from you in the comments. Hope you're doing good.